Hello and welcome back to the Orlando Adventures podcast. I'm your host Russell, and today this episode is very different. This is a very different episode for Russ because I'm so used to doing an episode where I talk about doing as much as possible. But today's episode is the chill day in Disney one. So I'm going completely different. I'm going rogue. This is not a very Russ episode in the sense of if I were to talk about kind of perfect days in a park, perfect days in Disney, Universal, like rest days, all that kind of stuff. You know, whenever I've done these discussions, I cram as much as possible in, which is the way that I've always approached Orlando. It's the way I've always done it from day one. However, I think the reality is that the more I go, the more frequently I go, the less I kind of want to do. If that makes sense. And that might sound a little bit weird, but I feel like the more you get to go, and I feel very, very fortunate to be able to go, you know, as frequently as I have done, especially in the past 6 months, like inevitably. And obviously I've got another trip lined up in in a couple of months' time as well, like which is going to be a flat out trip, don't get me wrong. But what I'm getting at is that obviously by being able to go as frequently as I have, and I certainly won't ever take it for granted, and it might not be a thing I'll be able to do forever. The more you go, I think the more appreciation you get for things that aren't rides. And that might sound really, really weird because I love rides, okay? That is always going to be at the forefront of my mind when I'm thinking about going to Orlando, when I'm thinking about going to a theme park, whenever I'm thinking about doing any of this kind of stuff. Because I love rides. Like that is the number one thing for me that I love doing. However, I do find myself loving other things an awful lot as well. And I love doing other things, and I love getting other experiences and being able to experience things in slightly different ways as well. So that's kind of where I was going. That's kind of what my idea is with regards to this episode, because I just want it to be the idea of having a great day, but it just being a little bit more chilled, a bit more relaxed, a little bit kind of less running around and just trying to like get on as many rides as possible, a little bit less of like bumping from park to park to park, just trying to cram in the 2 or 3 biggest rides in the park and then moving to the next one. Like, I feel like there's a lot to be said about having a bit more of a relax, like I said, but actually like soaking in the atmosphere a little bit more, soaking in like the surroundings, and just actually taking a bit of time to relax. I know that we all say that we come back from these trips and we need another holiday, and it's absolutely true, because if we're fortunate enough to go to Orlando, and we're fortunate enough that we get to go there, if it's once a year for 2 weeks, for example, then you're going to want to get everything done. Where I've been fortunate to obviously have been for 2 separate weeks in the past 6 months, obviously I've done both of those fairly flat out. Like, but I'm feeling fairly ready to go and do a bit more of a chilled trip. I will be real. I know August isn't that. I know it's not. I know August is absolutely flat out. And I will do an episode on it at some point and get into what the plans for the actual trip are going to be, because that one will be mad. I know, especially the first week, that'll be like ride. So, but anyway, I'm going to get into what actually this episode is. So, anyway, what I'm saying is I'm basically going to take us through the day, and I'm going to take us through the day of what I have kind of put together as almost like a perfect chill day in and around Disney. And the reason I said Disney is because I wasn't going to do Universal in this day, so I figured let's just let's title it as Disney. So as we all know, when we start any of these days in Orlando, we wake up early. That's the reality of it, isn't it? We wake up super early. So I'm waking up early. I'm probably awake at like 4:30, aren't I? And I'm thinking, you know what? Let's go and start this day right. Let's go and get a coffee. And I think you're probably thinking, Russ, like it's 4:30, mate. Like, what are you on about? Starbucks Celebration. Pretty sure it opens at 5:00. So I'm thinking, let's drive to Celebration nice and early. We're feeling awake, so why not? Let's just do it. Head to Celebration. Let's go and get a Starbucks. Let's go and start this day right. Let's go and get a nice little drink to set the day off in the right way. Go and sit there. over by the lake, sit on the chairs or whatever you want to do, go and have a little slow walk around. To me, what a day. What a way to start that. I've never done this, by the way. Like, a lot of this stuff I've never done. The whole point being that I wanted to try and pick things that I haven't ever done or done in the order of which I'm picking them. Because I'm thinking of, like, an idyllic kind of chill day. So, like, obviously it's going to be different. I could obviously just reel off a day that I've done at some point in my past, but I don't think I've done many chilled days, so I've got to wish this up a little bit. But I'm thinking, yeah, Starbucks, nice and early. Let's go and start the day off right. Like, realistically, it's probably still super warm. So I'm like iced white mocha. I think if anyone's seen the vlogs, you'd have seen iced white mocha with the cream and chocolate drizzle on top. Like, that's where it's at. That is where it's at. I'm thinking, get one of those, go and have a little sit down, just go and have a little chat, go and have a little mooch around the lake or whatever you want to do. And what a way to start the day. I mean, like, I don't think it'll get any better than that. I think that is absolutely ideal. Like, we're all going to be up. You know what it's like. You wake up super early and you're kind of just laying there thinking, I don't really know what to do. It's just going to do something, you know? Like, why not? Why not? You're on holiday. Go and treat yourself. So I'm doing that. Obviously, at that point, you know, you're formulating your little plan. You're formulating your plan of the day a little bit. You're having a discussion about it. And I mean, if I'm going to do chilled, this might sound baffling, but the park that I'm going to choose, I'm going Magic Kingdom. I'm going Magic Kingdom because for me, Magic Kingdom is not big rides necessarily. It's not running around at a million miles an hour to go and do stuff. I feel like for me, it's the park where there's a lot more capability to chill. And I know there's an argument for Epcot here. I know that there is. There's arguably a discussion for Animal Kingdom. I'm going for Magic Kingdom. That's what I'm committing to. I'm committing Magic Kingdom. So I'm thinking, you've been to Celebration. Let's head straight to Magic Kingdom. Let's go and park up. Hopefully not too far away. I don't mind a little walk, of course, but at the same time, like, you know, you don't want to be trekking 100 miles across the car park. You know the deal, because obviously when you end the day in the park, you obviously end up having to go back to the car, and when it's 35 degrees and your car is absolutely baking hot, it's not always the one. But anyway, so what we're going to do is head to Magic Kingdom, park up, and you got to go monorail. You got to go monorail. To be honest with you, I don't even think I've done the ferry boat. I mean, I'm a monorail guy through and through. I'm intrigued to know what everyone else does. I'm intrigued to know. I'd love to know. But get on the monorail. Obviously, I don't know what the time is at this point. We're getting there for park open, inevitably. Like, we're up early. Of course we are. We're there for rope drop. We're rope dropping this park without a shadow of a doubt. So we're going to mooch on over, head over, obviously, to the entrance. We're getting through all that kind of stuff. I'm just going to have like a nice slow mooch down Main Street. And that is, I mean, we're talking no rushing. No rushing to run over to Tron. No rushing to go and get to Tiana's Bayou Adventure or anything like that. Like, I'm thinking just, let's soak it in, you know? Let's actually just go there and, like, take the pictures, take the videos, enjoy being on Main Street, enjoy everything that's around you, and just kind of like a bit of people watching to an extent as well. Because I think that, especially myself, and I know that I get consumed in trying to do as much as possible. And I absolutely do. And I'm not saying that that's going to necessarily change a lot, because it's likely not to. But in this scenario, I'm thinking it would be really nice to just go and have a relaxed start to a day somewhere that isn't absolutely steaming it across the park, like to go and stand in a 40-minute queue. Like, do you know what I mean? I think that maybe there actually is probably something to be said. And there's a lot of you listening who are thinking, Russ, like, I've been saying this for months. There's a lot to be said, I think, for actually just turning up to a park and soaking it in, opposed to turning up to a park, like seeing everything at 100 miles an hour, like I said, kind of steaming through everything, walking past everything without really having a proper look at it, and then just going straight for a ride. Like, inevitably, I'm going to do that 90% of my time. Of course I am, but I'm just thinking it would be nice to soak it in. It would be nice to just have a slightly different experience of it at times. But anyway, I'm kind of digressing a little bit here. But heading down Main Street, I think I've got to go and get another drink. I'm thinking, let's go to Starbucks again. Let's go and get not a coffee. We've done a coffee earlier in the day, but let's go and get a refresher. strawberry, is it acai? Strawberry acai. Go and get a strawberry refresher. Absolute banger. Like, that's going to, a bit of hydration. Going to need a bit of hydration early on. Always stay hydrated. It might be early in the day, but at the same time, you know, it's inevitably going to be warm. Got to get some hydration down here, and if you can go and get something that tastes nice, then go for it. You know, so grab your strawberry refresher, and I'm thinking, where I've done this nice mooched walk down Main Street, I kind of want to do this around the whole park. You know, I kind of want to just go and take the park in. I'm not necessarily bothered about jumping on a ride straight away. I just want to kind of go and take this park for what it is. I want to go and see the park kind of and actually enjoy it. So, I mean, I don't know what way everyone goes. I'm a clockwise guy, I think. I think I'm a clockwise. I think I am. I appreciate that the park itself isn't necessarily set up that way 100%, but I'm thinking clockwise. So I'm thinking, you know, let's head past Jungle Cruise, let's head past Pirates, let's go for a nice little mooch down there. I mean, this is just, you know, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm saying. Having a slightly different day of just like, let's just go and take it in. Let's just go and take all of the sights and sounds in. Let's, you know, actually just take the pictures. Because I know I'm bad at this. I am. Like, obviously, I had the Meta glasses from my most recent trip. And honestly, I am like, at times, phone in one hand, like camera in the other hand, pressing the button on the Meta glasses to take pictures or take videos. Like, literally, I'm kind of like all over it at all times. And like, it's great. It's amazing. And I love creating content, clearly. I love doing the vlogs. I love doing, you know, trying to put any content on my story for Instagram. But there is a lot to be said for actually just taking a minute to take these moments for yourself. And like, it's so nice to be able to watch the vlogs back. Like, do not get me wrong. Like, being able to watch the vlogs back is wonderful. And I love it. Every time I get to edit a vlog, I'm always so happy to get to do it, because you're reliving your moments, you're reliving your memories, aren't you? So, but there's a lot to be said. Like I said, like just being able to actually slow down a little bit and actually just enjoy it, opposed to just like running past something, taking a picture of it, and then just moving on. Like, actually, like, stand there and look at stuff and actually just kind of like enjoy it for what it is. Take the pictures, take the videos, and then move on, opposed to just like see something, take a picture while you're moving and then move on. Like, do you know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? So I'm going for a walk. I'm going for a walk around the park, start to finish, clockwise. And it's probably going to take a little while, to be honest with you. Like, this isn't a rush. We're not in a rush to get around this park at a million miles an hour. But at the same time, like, I know this is going to feel very different. This is going to feel very different for me in the way that I've always done parks. So it's fun. It's different, and I'm enjoying the thought of like thinking about this super kind of like tranquil morning in Magic Kingdom. Hopefully the weather's good, by the way. Like, next thing I'm gonna do, I'm thinking probably gonna want to do a ride. Like, inevitably, we're in Magic Kingdom, and I think at this point, you know, it's probably, I don't know, it's probably 9. It might be later than that, to be honest with you. I can't think of what time Magic Kingdom opens. Does Magic Kingdom open at 9? Does it open at 8? Early access, 8:30? I don't know. It's probably 9:30. Let's go for 9:30. It's probably 9:30. I've done my little mooch. I've done my little walk around. At this point, I probably want to do a ride. And I'm thinking Haunted Mansion. Let's kick it off with Haunted Mansion. Like, Tron's already got a queue. Tiana's Bio-Adventure's got a queue. Let's go for Haunted Mansion. It's probably half an hour. It's fine. It's not a problem. It's a nice queue. There's stuff to look at. You know, have a chat, have a little bit of a laugh. But I'm thinking Haunted Mansion. I'm thinking, let's go for that. Like, great way to start the day. Great ride to kick off the day as well. Like, fun ride always. It's a nostalgic ride. Everyone loves it. I think everyone loves it anyway. But yeah, again, one of those rides. Like, there's a lot to see on it, and I think you could go on it 50 different times and you can see 50 different things. Like, if you're looking at different things, looking at different directions, you're looking out for different stuff. Like, you know, I think you can have quite a different experience, which is great, which is always great fun. And it's one of those things with any ride that I think that if you can like look at it from a slightly different angle, look at it from a different perspective of like what is actually in this ride? What are the details that I'm looking at? And, I think of this with so many rides. You think of like Pirates of the Caribbean. I think of, Jungle Cruise especially as well. I think of a lot of the rides in Magic Kingdom, in fairness, because I think a lot of them have got a lot of detail. I know I get hung up on roller coasters and stuff like that an awful lot, where the detail of everything around the ride isn't necessarily the main focus. But if you're going on these kind of slower moving attractions, then, they've put a lot of stuff in there. They've put a lot of work, a lot of effort, a lot of time into all of these kind of like details in and around the ride to make it the most immersive experience possible. So anyway, I just went off on a tangent about immersive experiences, but it's, starting the day off a Haunted Mansion. I love it. I'll be honest with you, it's probably one of my favourite rides. It's always fabulous. I think it's a great ride, and like, don't get me wrong, it's not a thrill ride, and I know this. And I know I think I enjoy it an awful lot because it's so different from what are my typical types of ride. So, and there is a nostalgia aspect to it. For years and years, I remember going on this, and like, I think it fills people with a lot of joy. I think it does. So, done Haunted Mansion. I'm trying to think what to do next. Like, do we head down towards like? I'm probably heading clockwise still around the park from this way. I'm not a Peter Pan's Flight. I'm not. It's a Small World. Keep going. I mean, I'd do Seven Dwarfs. Like, if Seven Dwarfs was a short enough queue, I'd do it. I think the ride itself can be quite fun, but I don't think it. We've obviously talked about this a huge amount because it comes up as one of the main ones for most overrated, for kind of most overrated rides whenever I ask guests. I think the ride is fun. That's what I will say. But at the same time, what I will say as well is it's not worth a long queue for me. I don't think it is. But, if it's short enough queue, let's do it. But I'm thinking still chilled, like something like Little Mermaid. Like, let's go and do that. Let's just go and do a little sit down. Let's go and have a little mooch around on Little Mermaid. I love Little Mermaid, to be fair. Little Mermaid is one of my favourites in terms of Disney films. I am a big fan of the live action one. I don't know if I've said this before. I'm a big fan. I mean, it's a great film. I might divide opinion with that, to be fair, but at the same time, it is what it is. But from there, I'm thinking, we've done Haunted Mansion. We've potentially done Seven Dwarfs. We've maybe done Little Mermaid. I'm thinking, let's go and do one queue. Let's go and do one queue, and then we're probably heading somewhere near lunch. Or an early lunch at least. I've been up since 5 o'clock, so haven't eaten anything yet. I'm thinking, there's got to be a lunch on the horizon soon enough. So I'm thinking Tiana's. I'm thinking Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Let's go and do that. I love Tiana's Bayou Adventure. I think it's a great ride. I do. I think the music's great. I really enjoy Princess and the Frog as a film. I think it works really, really well. I think that it was always going to divide opinion by it replacing Splash Mountain. Splash Mountain going was always going to upset a lot of people. Completely understand it. But I think the retheme, in my opinion, I think it works. I think it lands. I think it's a good ride. I think that, it looks great. Like, visually, it's fun. It's an enjoyable experience. And I think that's the main thing, isn't it? It doesn't have the nostalgia. Of course it doesn't. It's not, it doesn't have the same feel as what Splash Mountain did, and I appreciate it's the same ride, but at the same time, it is different. But I'm thinking, let's go and get on Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Let's go and do that. I'd probably avoid front row if possible. It's funny because I did this on the most recent trip. I actually met Amy and Sam. I don't know if anyone remembers that Disney World episode. Loved it. Absolutely fantastic episode, and that was with Amy and Sam. And I saw them a few times throughout my trip in May, and I met up with them in Magic Kingdom on my second last day. We went and did Tiana's Bayou Adventure together, and I ended up front row, which was a very different experience from the first time I ever rode Tiana's Bayou Adventure, because I basically found that I didn't get wet the first time at all, but this time round I found that I took the entire brunt of any wave that went over the boat. So hopefully try and avoid front row if you're not too keen on getting wet. So especially if you're about to go and have lunch, like, I probably wouldn't do that. So I would try and get closer to the back if possible. But yeah, from Tiana's, I'm thinking, again, I wanted to go somewhere I haven't been before, somewhere a little bit different. I'm thinking Pinocchio Village House. I'm thinking that. I was looking at the menu of it, and you know what? This is right up my street. Like, we're talking kind of Italian food. We're talking breadsticks. We're talking pizzas. We're talking. There's some pasta options, I believe, as well. Like, there's a chicken parm sandwich. I mean, there is chicken strips if you want them. There's loaded fries. I am looking at the menu. Yeah, I mean, pasta options. Looking at mac and cheese, but like, I think it looks good. It looks good. Don't be wrong. This is not fine dining, but I think I'm gonna head over there. I'm gonna head over there because I think let's go for somewhere different. Let's go for something I haven't done before. Like 100%. Let's go over there and let's see what it's all about. I mean, it looks good. I don't know. Like, to be honest with you, I haven't really ever heard anyone talk about it that much. So, tell me if you've been there, if it's a staple of yours. Tell me all about it. Give me a review of it, because genuinely, I want to make this day happen. To be quite honest with you, I want to make this day a reality at some point if I can, because I'm feeling all the chill vibes of it. But thinking about Pinocchio's, after that, I mean, you know, I've done a couple of rides. I've had a bit of a chill. I've had a bit of a mooch. Probably after lunch, I'm probably thinking of having a little bit more of a mooch. But you know, I've just eaten my lunch, so I want it to go down a little bit, which is fine. So I'm going to go and walk it off. Go and have a little stroll around the park. There's a little spot, and you all probably know it. There's a bridge just before you get to Tiana's Bio Adventure, and you can kind of hook a right on the bridge, and it sends you over towards Big Thunder. I love standing on there. I mean, it's a great spot. I think just like head over to there, just kind of like lean against the bridge, and just stand there and look out over the water just for like 10-15 minutes, just having a chat, having a laugh, letting your lunch go down. You know, you might have a drink in hand, like you know, you might have gone and grab yourself a blue Powerade or something like that on the way, stay hydrated still. But honestly, like that to me is a spot. I love being over there. I stood over there a couple of times on this trip, and just like standing over there, and you know, I was probably just standing over there just chatting to people. And like, I remember having I did a video call with Jade, and I was showing her around Magic Kingdom, as she loves Magic Kingdom. And I remember just stood on that bridge, just having a chat, and like, what a great spot! What a great spot to be just having a video call. Absolutely loved it. You know, great memory. And getting from just chilling on this bridge, I'm thinking probably want to go and soak a bit of aircon. Like, been outside quite a bit. You know, let's go and get some aircon. Let's go in some shops. Let's go and have a little look at all the merch, because whether or not you're actually looking to buy merch, whether or not you're interested in actually getting anything, it's still fun to look at, isn't it? Like, it's still fun to go and have a little look at all the clothes, have a little look at what all the new kind of stuff is. I quite enjoy looking at all the home stuff, you know, like kind of finding any fun, quirky things that you're like, oh, actually, that would look really cool in my house. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, going and getting different, you know, getting little different ideas, or go and find like little novelty sweets, or find whatever it may be. If you're into pins, I don't know, whatever makes you happy, whatever you enjoy doing. Like, I'm thinking it'll be just so good just to go and have a little look around all the shops. Like I said, soak the aircon, look at some merch, and inevitably probably buy stuff that you didn't need. Inevitably probably buy stuff that you hadn't planned on buying. But that's what Disney's all about. Disney, it sucks you in. But I think you can basically work your way down through the Emporium, basically all the way back to the front of the park. And that way, obviously, you've soaked in the aircon for the whole way. And then I'm probably thinking, once you've done that, you can probably dip out of Magic Kingdom for now. And I'm thinking, let's dip out of the park. Let's head to Target. So we walked all the way over to the car, or the truck, or whatever it may be. And I reckon Target, because there's nothing like a nice chill day in Orlando than just heading over to Target or Walmart and just go and get some stuff. And I'm thinking, go and look at all the random stuff. Go and look around everything. Just go and have a look. Like, and if you want to get something, then I say get it. You know, like, if there's anything that catches your eye, then do it. Like, but at the same time, I know that we obviously all go in there for our staple things. And I think a few of you probably know my staples at this point. There's probably 3 staples, and you can probably all say them with me. bag of tackies, can of Ghost Energy, Nerds gummy clusters. Russ is a predictable guy. I am nothing short of predictable and fairly obvious. Those are the three things I go for. Like, obviously, I'd love to look around other stuff. Like, I'm thinking, just walk the shop. I quite like looking at. I'm happy to look at clothes. I'm happy to look at electricals. I'm looking at TVs. I'm looking at like games. You name it. I'm having a look at it in there. If I've got the time, which we will on a day like this, to just go and have an entire mooch, then I'm here for it. Like, just go and look at everything. Just go and like have a laugh, just picking random stuff up. Go and find the most random things you can find and just have a laugh about it. So anyway, what's on everyone else's Target list? Like, what if you're going into Target? I know I ask this like generally in the 5 questions at the end whenever I have someone on for the second time on the guest episodes of the pod. But like, what is everyone's go-to in Target or Walmart? Like, I want to know if you've got a number one thing that you go for every single time. Message me. I know I'm rubbish at replying, by the way, at the moment. I will be honest. I will try and be better. I am at times snowed under, but at the same time, I'll always try, and I'll be good, and I will always get back to you. It might just take me a while, but anyway, if you've got a first thing that goes kind of like in your basket or in your trolley or in your cart at Target or Walmart, I want to know. Tell me what it is. So we've done Target. I'm thinking at this point, it's probably head back to the room, isn't it? Head back to the room, have a chill, eat some snacks. Like, eat some of the snacks you got. Like, I'm going to be eating my tackies. I'm going to be eating some gummy clusters. I'm going to be drinking a Ghost. Like, just go for it. Do it. Like, why not? You're on holiday. Don't feel bad about having some snacks in the room. It doesn't matter. You might have had lunch 2 hours ago and you might be full up. But that's what it's about, isn't it? Like, I'm sure we all do it, and I find myself doing it every time. Like, I go and get this little haul at the start of the trip of kind of little goodies, and it's all back at the room. And every time I go back to the room, I just graze. I might not need it. I might not be hungry. I might not feel hungry at all, but I'm just going to go and graze on it. So, yeah, I am. Again, I'm intrigued to know who does this because I've done this for years, and I'm sure we all do it. I'm sure that it's just like an unwritten thing that we all just go back to the room and just graze on snacks and food. So I think that, and obviously that, have a bit of a chill, have a bit of a relax, and just enjoy the company of whoever you're with. You might go and have a little mooch around your resort, depending where you're staying. Go and have a little walk around there. But I'm thinking, if I'm going to go and do a next thing, I mean, we've done Magic, we've done Celebration, Magic Kingdom, Target. This is still a fairly busy day. We haven't done a huge amount in any of the options, but at the same time, we've still done a bit of kind of driving around to get places. But I think we kind of go to one more place to round off the evening. So late afternoon, evening, I'm thinking, let's head to Disney Springs. Let's go Disney Springs. And, obviously we're going to be thinking about food. We're going to be thinking about what to have for dinner. And there's so many options. Like, I haven't scratched the surface on Disney Springs. I know this for a fact. I haven't scratched the surface at all. And there's so many options. And I know that my staple would be Blaze. But also, like, I did Polite Pig on the last trip as well. I mean, I really enjoyed it. I really, really enjoyed Polite Pig. I thought that was absolutely fantastic. But in terms of other options, and I'm trying to, again, like, this is kind of the theme of this episode, I'm trying to think of things that potentially I haven't done, but I've always wanted to do as well. So I'm thinking Chicken Guy. Like, I am, pardon the pun here, I am a chicken guy. Like, so, give me fried chicken of any sort. I'm all over it. And, I haven't done a Chicken Guy before. Haven't done it. But it is so high on the list to do. Like, it's going to happen this year. It's going to happen. So, yeah, 100% going to get that one ticked off. I feel like it's totally my thing. I just, obviously, most recent trip in May, we just didn't really have the time. We went to Springs once. We went to Polite Pig. Trip before, Chicken Guy wasn't realistically the option. Wasn't the go-to. So, whether or not, I don't mean the August trip's the one. I don't think Disney Springs is really going to be a huge staple of what me and my brother are going to be doing. But I think, if there's another option for any other trip, then it'll be on the card. So watch this space. Let's see what happens with with regards to getting to Chicken Guy finally, because I know that a lot of you love it. And I mean, obviously, if we're talking about kind of had our dinner, let's go and have a little walk around. Let's go and have more of a mooch. Let's go in some shops. Let's go and look at more merch. Let's go and look at more stuff we don't need to buy, but we do it because we enjoy it, because it's fun, because you're on holiday. And that's what it's all about, isn't it? And I think, personally, I can't do a trip to Disney Springs without getting a Gideon's. So I'm thinking, go and have your little mooch, go and have your walk around, go and do your little bit of shopping if you want to do any. And then I'm saying, go and get in that queue for Gideon's. It's probably half an hour, you know, and that's fine. Your dinner's gone down a little bit. You've walked it down into your feet. So go and get in the queue for Gideon's. Go and get the special, whatever the special is. You've got to get it, yeah. Go and get the special milk. I'm thinking the milk choc chip one, the original. That is a banger. I'm thinking, go and get a couple. Go and get a couple of those, and go and get a cake slice, because I've never had a cake slice, and I've always wanted to do it, and they look so good. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get 2 cookies. I'm going to get the original. I'm going to get the whatever the special is, and then I'm going to get a cake slice as well. I don't know what flavour, but I'm getting one. And you know what? I've never sat there and just eaten a Gideon's in Disney Springs, and I'd quite like to do it. I would quite like to just go and find somewhere to sit, go and find a little bench, go and find a spot. I'm just going to go and eat my cookie. I'm just going to eat it like an actual dessert, opposed to like it being this huge thing of like having to take it home and stuff. Like, obviously I love doing that and absolutely would do it, but that's for later in the trip, you know. Let's go and just get one and actually just enjoy it. Like, that's where it's at, isn't it? Have it straight, you know, as fresh as it can possibly be. So I'm doing that. I've eaten my Gideon's. I'll probably feel full up. I'm probably doing the thing where I'm vlogging, but I feel like I can't breathe, but I'm walking and talking. I'm probably doing that. That's probably an absolute nailed on. But you know what? I'm probably laughing about it. You're all probably laughing about it. And that's good fun, isn't it? That's what it's all about. And heading from Springs and probably heading back. It's probably getting slightly late. I've got my cake slice still. So what I'm thinking is go back to your room, go and get yourself tucked in bed, get the TV on, get a bit of Disney on, or wherever it may be. Go and sit in bed, right, and eat your cake slice. Because you're on holiday, like, because you're having a great time. You've had a super chill day. You feel relaxed. It's not been an absolutely kind of like all out, flat out day. It's just been an ideal, tranquil, chilled day of food, relaxing, walking around, sitting down, people watching, enjoying the sights, the sounds. And that, for me, sounds like a perfect day. It really, really does. And honestly, like, and I mean this genuinely, and I've talked to a lot of people about this, like, there's one thing about Orlando that makes it special above all else. And I mean this, is making memories. Because when you have memories and you've had like amazing days, like potentially this one sounds like, you remember them forever. Like, you know, if you go and have these days with your loved one, or, you know, with your family, with your loved ones, like, do you know what I mean? Whether or not it's with just, you know, a partner, your boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance, husband, wife, whatever it may be, like, it doesn't matter. Like, however you spend this day, whoever you spend it with, it's the spending it with someone and making these memories magical. Like, there's something about it, and there's something about Disney, there's something about Orlando, and making these experiences feel so, so incredible. So, you know, what my point is, there's a moral to this story. What has happened? There's a moral to this story. And my point is that sometimes I think maybe, and I'm very included in this, that maybe you need to slow down, and maybe you need to just soak it in, and maybe you need to just enjoy it for what it is. Enjoy it, appreciate it, and make the memories. So I hope you've enjoyed this one. And it's a bit different. It's a bit different to what I'd normally do. This is, like I said at the start, this is not a normal Russ kind of like day. This is not a normal Russ. I suppose this is a normal Russ episode, but not in the style that I would normally do it. But I hope it's been fun. I feel super chilled by even just talking about it. I hope you've all felt quite relaxed by kind of like becoming immersed into this day of just being super, super chilled in Disney and around Disney. I hope you're enjoying the pod. Like, genuinely, thank you all so much. Thank you all so much for everyone who shares, for everyone who comments, for everyone who likes, for everyone who, messages me. And like I said, I am sorry that I take a while to reply to everyone. Like, I always try to get through messages as much as I can, but obviously, work and all that, work, social, all that kind of stuff. Like, it is a bit of a juggle. So I appreciate your patience. I really do. And I appreciate everyone's support. It means the absolute world. This community is the best. So I hope you've enjoyed this one. And I will speak to you all in the next one.